Alright, and we're live. Make sure I see a stream first. Oh yeah, definitely. Cool. Alright, let me close this. I don't need my own feed up. And let's get cracking here in ETS2 multiplayer. Apparently there's still a lot of people online. I was not expecting this. But I am on the more popular server, the server that doesn't have any speed limiters on the trucks. So it's going to be a little interesting seeing traffic going by. I feel like people are going to be blowing past us as we're pulling some heavy cargo today. But nevertheless, here we are in Calais, France, and I found a load in the contracts. I'm going to try to pick it up still if it's still there. That's taking us directly south, to the south side of France, and I'm pretty sure this is, I think this is part of the DLC, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that definitely is. Maybe we should go that way first. Instead of cutting all the way through, because I'm not actually sure if this is new stuff. I think it is, because I think we only had Leon and Dijon, like Dijon ketchup, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for the shorter one first, so we'll head over to small town France, check out some of the new DLC while pulling a it's not super heavy. I wish I knew what that converted to in tonnage, but it's easier doing pounds to tons, at least for us imperial folk. We'll go ahead and we'll go over to, we'll do the shorter one. So I guess before I start, I can show you guys what I'm driving. It's a Mercedes-Benz Actros, totally geared out for heavy haul. So it's got 4 axles. I think 2 of them drive. It was a kind of hacky way to see that. Do the dev cam to figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, the rear axle is coupled, so we got 2 drive axles, and we have a lift axle for weight support. That's up right now until we get over there, and I'll lower it when we get the trailer hooked up. So, yeah, pretty beefy truck. 625 horsepower, even though it doesn't sound that mean. Usually the European trucks are a little quieter and more refined than the ones here in North America, so they've got less bark, more bite, I guess. The opposite of what the saying is. So we're gonna go ahead and head over now and pick up our bulldozer. That's gonna head down westish, southwest into France, deep into France. Oof. Was not expecting that bump at all. What gear am I in? Alright, straight back. So this is I guess another spec. So it's a 625 horsepower engine, but it's a 16 speed transmission, which are less common, I guess, over here. In Europe anyway, I mean. But it's spec'd out for heavy haul, so I gotta get used to this new gearbox. I'm used to shifting the 12 speed in Europe. It's not that different, really. It's pretty much like the 18 speed that I'm used to driving an American truck. It's got the same shift pattern, so. But I did notice that the ratios are pretty, oh, do I want to say pretty high? I think so, because I top out the engine at a relatively low speed, so. It's definitely geared more for heavy haul and crawling. So let's get backed up here and hooked up. Put my lift axle down once I get under the trailer here. go. Very nice. Very clean. And we're locked in, and I stalled the truck. Whoops. Well, we know the trailer's hooked pretty well, so... Alright, it's alive again. It's so quiet I can't even tell. I have the game volume. That's loud, though. Other than that, I have the game volume turned down relatively low, so you guys don't hear it twice. Yeah, let's hop into the dev cam again here. Give you a look at the load here. Get some lights on. Annoy the crap out of everyone in multiplayer. All the flashing. But it's appropriate for the load we're pulling, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 axles. Whatever that is, it's a dozer crawl. But, yeah, so this will be our first load. We'll see how many we do tonight. I'm thinking maybe 2, maybe 3. So we're going to be heading away from... This is probably going to be the busiest we're going to see it here with all these people. Because the port is super, super busy. Any of these 1, 2, 3... Well, a few connections, but... I think the busiest one is Rotterdam, the port. Followed by Amsterdam, and then followed by Calais. But the ports typically are super, super busy in multiplayer. So, yeah, we're going to drive past one of the, well, the Eurotunnel. We'll drive past the exit for that, but we'll keep heading down into some newer territory down here. It's all highway on this run. I guess whenever you get further down, you hit some back roads. We'll see where the next trip takes us, but for now we're going to be sticking to the French highway. Alright. Get the parking brake off. Let's test out our trailer brakes here. So I'm going to pull forward. I am not moving. Let's try first gear. And that's because I haven't hooked up the trailer yet. So now we really know we're connected. I was spinning wheels there. We should be able to roll now. Oh yeah, there we go. So let me pull the trailer brake. Oh yeah, we're good. Let's roll. Let's see, is this guy gonna let me out? Oh yeah, thanks buddy. Just watch out for my wide load. Oh, he's got it. He's a champ. Revving the snot out of this engine, though. There's a car going by. I wonder if those are banned on the first server, because that's like also the less popular one, so maybe that's why more people come here. But I'm not sure. And you also have to think about the time of day, so it's pretty late. So like most of the people living in Europe and in Asia are not going to be online right now. And when I joined this server a few minutes ago, there were about... Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. There were about 1,000 people on this server, so it's definitely going to go down as we drive into the evening, but... I can tell you, though, that on Saturdays, on the weekends, Friday nights, it gets ridiculously busy. Yeah, to the point where the server gets full, and then you gotta go on the speed limit server, or which is where I typically prefer to go, but right now it's super empty there. But yeah, it almost both servers get super full, so. Look at that guy flying. I don't have an air horn. I don't think I set one up. Dope. Just got the dinky electric horn, city horn here. It's not too bad. Got a car flying by. Oh my goodness. We're leaning a little bit. Could feel it. Alright. Let's get the retarder going here. Engine brake. All the brakes. I missed that gear. Oh my goodness. Jesus, that guy was going ridiculously fast. And that's why I usually prefer not to be on this server, but we're still gonna have fun. And really, I mean, I've been punching it this whole time. I'm so heavy right now. I can't really go any faster. I'm trying. Of course, the people that were flying by weren't pulling anything, so it's pretty easy. Easy for them to get up to speed, that's for sure. So we're going to be hitting a toll road pretty early down here once we pass the Eurotunnel exit. That's one of the things that I kind of find annoying driving in France, at least on this game, is that there's so many tolls, but I think it might be reflecting what it's like in reality. But in reality, you're not on a 1 to 35 scale or whatever this is, so you don't have to stop nearly as often. Got myself a cup of tea because it's pretty gloomy out here today in the Rockies. It's like 50 degrees. It's been raining and drizzling all day, so when I've been working today, and I work from home, so I sit looking at the same scenery all day. It's pretty gloomy. But I don't mind days like this when they're like this once in a while. I don't mind. It gives me an excuse to stay inside. So I hope everyone's Thursday's going well. Huh, it's closed. Why is that closed? Is that not the exit? That was the exit. Oh, I wonder if they closed the Eurotunnel in multiplayer. I can't recall ever taking it, not any time recently. Yeah, it looks like we're actually pegged at 90 kilometers an hour because we're doing a contract job that was pulled from the World of Trucks website, so they make you go at a limited speed just to be fair to everyone else that's also pulling the job for the stats. So if you're racing, you can't have an unfair advantage of having like a modded engine like in single player. So that's fine by me because trucks are actually limited to 90k anyway, in Europe at least. So alright, so it looks like we paid, I guess. I don't know. I think I have the message box turned off because it was driving me nuts. Alright, wide open. No one to merge with. I wonder how many people out here have the DLC for France. I don't think there's anyone. Yeah, definitely not anyone around. So we'll see what it's like going out here. Maybe we'll start heading back in to the main map to get some more action with traffic. Let's get some drive-by camera angles here. I tell you, it's definitely not a light load. I got this thing floored. She's a-trying. Which is why these tolls stink, because I lose all my momentum. And I gotta start all over again. Alright, so we're on the A16 in France. I was wondering what the highway number was. Because the UI doesn't tell you like it does in Fernbus. But I have to say, like, you can tell that this is the latest DLC from SES software. It's a lot fresher. You can really tell the amount of detail that was put into this as opposed to the original ETS map. You can clearly see it as you start heading out this way. Just like the idea of having like transformer stations like that over there to the left. And look, we got another dude on here. Check it out. Or dudette, I don't know. Another person. Anybody? He honked back. You couldn't hear my horn because it's so quiet. We're gonna slow way down here. That was probably too much, but that's alright. Do one of our like few interchanges to dogleg our way down to Le Mans, right? Yeah, I think the S is silent. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like it would be. Don't really need a signal, but we're in a simulator, so there you go. Welping our way to Le Mans. I'm remembering now, I think out here there's definitely a lot of farmland. I remember driving on another profile of mine where I've already explored pretty much all of France here. There's definitely a lot of farmland out this way once you start heading west. Away from like Paris and Calais, Port City and Busy City. Ooh. This looks really nice. Now this is what I'm talking about. Some serious countryside. Wow. Looks pretty beautiful. And I really like, you can tell, like, you can see clearly where the map ends, but like, they do a great job now, especially with the newer DLC of tricking you into making the map seem like it goes a lot further out than it does. I remember playing games in like from like 2000 where you could clearly see the flat line of trees that were the end of the map. So technology has come a long way, and creativity has for sure. It kind of reminds me of like driving through Pennsylvania in the U.S. It's got that kind of vibe. What do we got coming up? Site de Paul something. I think this might already be our, oh no, it's not. Oh, site. Okay, so that's a town. Paul, well. That's what that was telling us about, was this exit up here. It's because we got to start slowing down already. Let's get a downshift. Maybe some more. Transmission brake here. Alright, we're in good shape. Yeah, I really like this new section of map for sure. Looks like we have to pay up again up ahead. So I can't see anyone watching right now, any viewers, if you're out there, welcome, and hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know if the audio is weird or anything. I'll try not to over rev the engine, and I will try to fix that as soon as I can. But we are halfway through getting to Le Mans. Looks like Steve just hopped on. Hey Steve, how you doing? Alright. I really like how these trailers, these heavy haul trailers in Europe just automatically steer. It just makes it stupid easy to go around corners. So we're carrying a dozer, and it's a lot heavier than I was anticipating. I should have gone for the locomotive. That was like twice as heavy. That would have killed things. We'll try for something heavier once we get this one delivered. So we're coming up to one of the landmark bridges in the new section of France. I think Christian would really appreciate this. It's got a dedicated bike lane. That's awesome. The camera's doing funky things. Going to 8 low. Oh yeah, check it out, achievement landmark. Landmark bridge, there you go. So we got another guy coming up here. So they're popping in here and there, so some people definitely have the DLC. He is flying. Yeah, he was probably looking for the horn key. Holy. He like almost took out that guardrail. So he's running over some bikers too. I don't know if we're heading back to the highway or what. I think we are. This is just like a shortcut kind of thing. Whoop. Oh yeah, welcome. Pay some more tolls. I'll see if I can show off the trailer steering. It's kind of interesting how it works. So I'm not turning it. I'm just turning the truck wheel. As you can see, the trailer kind of steers in response. So when I'm going around like 90-degree turns, especially when we get to the city to deliver, it makes it a lot easier. A lot easier to get around town. I wonder what France's equivalent of Easy Pass is, because that's what we just went through. I think it's like, I don't know, Easy Toll or something. However you say that in French. Apparently we're heading towards Paris. That's on the original part of the map. But we're not going quite to Paris. We can try maybe next round. We'll get something. Highways are definitely empty out here because it's getting late. And this is a newer DLC section of map. Oh, so it was like false advertising. So Paris is actually that way. We were just bridging it. We were just on a shared ramp. already knew we weren't going to Paris anyway, but I was hoping we could, like, head towards it a little longer. It just amazes me how quiet this thing is. It's like all of these European trucks are like Cadillacs. But this is Mercedes-Benz, so it's supposed to be the fancier truck anyway. I usually prefer Scania or Volvo. More so the Volvo, actually. I just like the design of it, the front end, but I drive it so much I wanted to try something a little different today. I think it has a heavy haul config option, but the one that's touted the most, at least I think, is the Mercedes-Benz one. So we're coming across another, not landmark bridge, but going over some more farmland. I don't think we're really crossing a river, it's just a valley. It's absolutely gorgeous, though. Hey, not sure. How's it going? How you doing? We're on our way to Le Mans. Almost there. I'll pick up another load or two. We're doing some heavy haul today, so I'm pulling a beefy bulldozer. I forget what the weight is. It's like 40,000 kilograms, whatever that is in tonnage. I don't know. Someone can run the calc if they want it in US tons. But it's a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. Well, that's good to hear. Congratulations. Apparently there's more bridge up here, jeez. And a windsock, so I guess this is actually a pretty windy area, but the game doesn't simulate any of that, so. But we're definitely out in, like, the countryside of France right now. There's, like, no one around. We're gonna have to start heading east again, towards the original part of the map, where probably more trucks are driving around. But we're catching people passing here and there. We passed 2 or 3 guys in the past 10 minutes or so. But when I started out in Calais on the map, there were probably like 30 people in the city, which isn't bad for a Thursday night. Hey, thanks. 5 cheers for trucking in France. I'm going to have to figure out when I want to do the second part of the Dalton Highway to head south. I cheated a little bit last weekend and I kept driving from in the middle of the map for about an hour or so, just to shave off a little bit of time, but I really, in reality, didn't get that far. Still didn't make it to the midway point. I'm close. I'm at, like, the site before it. That's gonna take, like, another 4 hours to get all the way down that. Oh, no. I don't want to hear sad news. I want to hear good news. And about your... Well, that really sucks. I don't know how to respond to that, man. But I am sorry to hear that. My condolences. So we're getting close to our destination here, Le Mans. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Silver lining. It's like so quiet out here. This is ridiculous. I have to start heading west again. Oh, no, there's a couple people here. Might have spoke too soon. There's a... Looks like there's another heavy haul guy out over there. Yeah, he's in a Scania. That was like my second choice for driving. Looks like maybe he's getting set up at the service station, just configuring his truck or something. There's another guy over, not where we're delivering, but looks like another depot. I don't think he's doing heavy haul though. Does he have triaxle? Again, I probably spoke too soon. Oh yeah, he's spec'd out for heavy haul. Everyone's doing the heavy haul. Looks like that was the garage actually, so. No depot. But yeah, this trailer steering just makes everything so easy driving around town. Here, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Here we go. Trailer steering action. And I'm not steering it again, it's steering itself. There you go. Kind of throws off me actually steering up front. I gotta keep an eye at the front. You guys can look at the trailer. Alright, where are we going now? Here? Yeah, here. Alright. I'm guessing we're gonna go to the back. I don't think there is a back though. Pulling into Willnet Transport. Alright. Yeah, where do you need it? I got this. With a steerable trailer, anything is possible. I like how I'm like parking it up to this door when they're obviously not gonna unload it into the garage. I think I can like cheat a little bit here. Let's see. Try to swing this way a little bit. Then I was going too fast, and I gotta. Let's see. Go like that. Yeah, oh yeah, there we go. This guy's gonna... Alright, we got a couple people... Wow, 3 people rolling around here. Oh, they're delivering here. I'm gonna be in their way. They can deal with it. Man, they're booking it. Huh? You wanna wait for me to deliver, buddy? He's not gonna wait. He waited till I was done backing up, so... 80 out of 1,000? Wow. Oh, just XP maybe. Alright, alright. We're just gonna drive through each other. I don't even know what that guy's doing. Alright, let's get the axe lifted up here. Sorry if that's loud. I should have warned you. They're just chilling there. Alright, so we just made it down here from Calais to Le Mans. So we're still on the northwest side of France. So we're actually pretty close to Paris. I didn't realize how close we were. Let's see what we got for contracts here. We're going to keep it heavy. See, that's where I was going to go originally, was down to Montpellier. Maybe I'm overpronouncing it. Let's do that. I think that will actually take us... Yeah, it takes us towards France, but then we turn south and work our way through more of the new part of the map. Yeah, fully spec for heavy cargo. Alright, 1 second, let me check something real quick, and then we'll get going. So let me check out a couple of things. You guys can listen to all the beeping. I'm sorry. Let's see how many players are on the map right now. Players... 942, so it's slowly going down. It was over 1,000 when I started, so... Anyway, let's go pick up our next one. This one's going to be a little heavier, about 20% heavier, I think. 50,000 kilograms. I'm going to do a quick Google conversion once I get there, because I'm actually kind of curious to see how heavy that is. I almost stalled it, because I am in 14th gear. That is not a gear I want right now. Alright. I'm actually amazed that it did not stall. That should have just like shot the transmission out of the truck and just left it on the ground. Oh, that was too much of a gear jump. Alright. Looks like the guy's still just chilling there at the service station. So we just kind of made it like a rectangle around the town. Apparently there are boots on sale. If anyone wants a pair of construction or hiking boots in Le Mans, France. Alright, let's get lined up here. See if I can do it from the interior. 110% professional here. Oh, that's beautiful. That's lined up perfectly. A little off, but... Alright, we're hooked. Let's take a look at it. So this is literally just concrete slabs? So let's hook up the trailer lights and everything. There you go. It is concrete beams. We'll just call them concrete slabs. You can see all the way through it. Apparently they're super, super heavy, so we're talking... Okay, 51 tons. But that's Euro tons. What is that in US ton? 51 Euro ton to US tons. Yeah, we want short tons. No, metric. I don't know. This is metric ton, I think. So 51 metric ton to US pounds. We'll go pounds because I can easily convert that. Metric tons to pounds, 51. 112,000 pounds, so we're talking 65, about 65 tons here, which is super duper heavy. In a fully loaded, I'll go in here again. I forgot to warn you guys. A normal loaded truck is about 40 tons in US, so that's like a truck and a half here we're pulling. Alright, get out of here. Continue our way through France here. Alright, we gotta turn this way. Let's see how the trailer does. Got that steering helping us out. It's just gonna like swing and hit the other side. Nah, we're good. Alright. Let's get rolling. I have a feeling we're gonna be kinda slow with this guy. I am revving the snot out of this motor, I'm sorry. Well, we're gonna have a hard time getting up these hills with, with this much weight. 51 short tons. Or metric tons, I mean. So I'm gonna have to keep the engine revved kinda high though. Heading out the way we came. Looks like the sun's starting to set in game. I forget how fast the time goes in multiplayer. It's definitely not 1-to-1. I think it's like 1-to-3? 1-to-6? You know what? It's moving pretty fast. I'm looking at it now. It's on the dash, under the tack. 1803, 1804. $18.05. Hope that bar opens fast enough there, because it's gonna smack right into it and hit my forehead. Oh yeah, I'm gonna struggle up this hill already. Now we're heading to Paris once again. The road I wanted to follow earlier. See who else we run into on the road. Come on, shift. Shift. Shift or not, that's fine. That is not fine though. Do not do that. Technical difficulties. Alright. I forgot that once you minimize the game, your gear shift like resets. It's really weird. Like it gets stuck. The shifter gets stuck in low range, so then when I went to shift it like jumped to a low gear. It's kind of annoying. But I'm actually using an actual, well, a replicated, it's the FKRS shifter, so it's like an 18 speed, or whatever speed you want to make it, transmission shifter, like an actual truck shifter. That replaces the racing shifter for my steering wheel, so it just bolts right on. It's super easy. You can put the old one back on when you want to race too. But it has like the fancy switches and levers that you use to go through all the gears, not just the 6 speeds. It turns the 6 into 18. So if we stay on flat ground, we'll be fine. It's just when I climb hills, it's going to kind of suck. But I guess I really never appreciated how heavy concrete can be. You don't want to be here. Let's get over here. See the load swaying a little bit. Wow. If it sways enough, I can feel it up front, but there's some leeway between the trailer and truck. You can see like all the extra air compressors in the back there for brakes, for heavy haul. It is spec'd out for heavy haul, that's for sure. Apparently we're chewing through fuel. We're already half empty. Half full, however you want to look at it. Let's get over here. Stop hogging 2 lanes. That's some pretty convincing skybox there. The clouds look a little flat, but looking in the mirror though, like, that looks pretty cool. Anyway, we're back on the highway here. We're just gonna cruise, keep on taking the highways, whichever ones we need to head south. really should look up some copyright-free music that's meant for streaming, just to give some background. But I do encourage listeners to put their own music on if they want to listen to some in the meantime. Check the mirrors, we're not going over the lines. Let's get back over here. Got someone else flying down the road there. There, he honked back. The worst ones are the people who put like 10 horns on the roof, and then when you honk and they honk back, it just like comes straight through the glass, and it's so loud in the interior of the truck when you hear them honk back 10 times louder. You can see in the center of the dash how fast we're going through fuel. I think that's just an estimate of kilometers. Yeah, that's range. That's not the liters. The bottom number is the liters, so 404. Not found liters, 403. Oh, we're just chewing through it. We're going to have to stop pretty soon. I'm like watching the needle drop on the fuel gauge. It's got about 572 kilometers to go. There's some guy stopped up here, the blue dot on the map. Is he where I need to be? Nah, he's off the road. My truck's like freaking out going around this turn. It's like shaking. I don't know what's up with that. I guess he just stepped away for a bit. Or they did. I do that a lot. Step away, stretch if I'm playing multiplayer for extended time. Well, he said something. I have no idea what he said. I need to learn Russian. I guess in some parts it could be super early there. People get up early in the morning, or they're just like up super duper late, like I used to be in college. But to me, super duper late was like 2 in the morning. I was never one to stay up like all night or super late. It just was never me. I had never needed or wanted to. Apparently I just got an email. I guess there's a bridge over there. I don't think that's one that we would cross. I can't check it because in multiplayer you can't pause. So we're talking about looking Yeah, I don't think that's a bridge that's drivable. It was just for scenery. Hey there, Son S Light. How's it going? Welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. It's pretty empty out here. I'm on the new section of France, and it's getting kind of late, so not many peeps are in multiplayer right now. I've been passing a few guys, though. Well, I mean, going the other way. I think I'm the slowest truck on the road. It's so beautiful, though. I really like it. I mean, the scenery is gorgeous. It's almost worth playing in single player instead for the AI traffic to surround you, but yeah, I like the detail of the map, though. I like driving the countryside of France for sure. Oh, absolutely. You can tell. So if you like look at like the core map that was done like what 5 years ago, and then you look, so they did that, then they went east, which so it's a little bit better, and then they did Scandinavia, which is absolutely beautiful in of itself. And that was just a couple years ago. And then they did France, and you can clearly see when you move from the core map, you know, to the newer DLCs, you can tell how much talent they've acquired, you know, by hiring people and getting bigger and learning. You can really tell. It's quite the contrast. I gotta watch my fuel here. I'm dumping fuel into this truck. Or, well, it's being dumped out of it. So we're pulling quite the load here. It's not exciting looking, but it's really heavy. Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna go off the road looking backwards. So, I have a hard time pronouncing French names, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm heading down to Montpellier, I think, is how you pronounce it. So, like the southern city, or a southern city in France. We got like, what was it? I just flew past it. 422 kilometers left. Yeah, yeah. That's it. We got another guy driving by. Haha. Got a couple of them. There you go. Wow. Apparently this is a busy road all of a sudden. Can barely hear my horn. I didn't hook up an air horn to this yet. And we're hauling a contract job, so I'm limited to 90K. Is there a convoy or something? Is this guy just far behind? Well, he's pulled over. I don't know if he was in the same group or not, but there were three that just went by, and it looks like they're from the same convoy. Yeah, we might be able to meet somewhere. Where is that in France? I can't pull up the map right now. Is that like north, south, east, west? Um, the only thing is that I'm not going to stream for too much longer. I got to get going. But I might be able to pull in a quick trip. We'll see. Oh, nice. Yeah, tell me about it. Whenever I'm beat like this at the end of the day after working all day, and especially Friday night when we do like killing floor late at night, like English. What is English? I should have stopped there though. I really should have stopped right there. My fuel is hurting. We're at like a quarter tank right now. Yeah, when's my next chance for fuel? I should have checked that a while ago. I should have stopped there. I'm also like daydreaming right now. I got nothing but toll roads coming up. Oh boy. Man, these tolls are gonna kill me though, because I'm going to slow way down. I'm just gonna chew through fuel to get back up to speed. We're already gonna slow down here. But we'll truck right through the auto pass. Maybe? The X is kind of... oh, that's just speed. I thought that was going to say it was closed. I got scared. Alright, let's pick another gear here. This isn't working. Oh yeah, look at that fuel go down. Yeah, so much for driving economically. I'll try to let off the throttle just a little bit. Yeah, the only reason I knew was because I remember reading one of the blog articles when they were featuring it, and I was so hyped for it because I hated having to stop and press enter all the time. I think they started it in Scandinavia, I can't remember. So I wonder which is better. Is it better for me to floor it in a top gear going up a hill like this? Or is it better for me to downshift and feather the throttle a little bit more in terms of fuel? I'm going to guess downshifting is going to be a little better. There's a screen showing me instantaneous. Oh yeah, there you go. Consumption. I'm still going straight through it though. Yeah, this transmission's not geared for fuel efficiency. I'm in top gear. Yeah, I've been playing these games for quite a while, and I have the advanced fuel economy simulation enabled, so it tries to follow like real life spec of how fast you burn fuel. So I try a little bit to try to drive economically. It's not really a top goal, but I learn here and there the best ways to shift. And if you shift earlier when you're driving manual, it cuts down on fuel consumption if you got that simulation check mark ticked off in the options. But I really usually don't worry about it until like right now when I totally blew past a fuel stop. Looks like there's one coming up though that I can use. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to stop there. Now this kind of reminds me of out here in Colorado right here, just the sun setting and nothing but farm with some rolling hills before the Rockies. That can get kind of boring to drive though. We took a trip to the east side of Nebraska just last month, and that's a day of driving. It's like 8-9 hours. And it can get pretty tedious, just that alone. But it's a good thing I love driving, so I didn't mind it too much. We want to stop here for fuel. Whoa, I almost missed that again as I'm talking. Oh, man. That would have been bad. I saved it, though. But yeah, it's a little empty out here right now in France, but I like the scenery. I think it's cool. Alright, didn't clip anything. Let's not clip this sign. It's like sticking way out. Jeez. Alright, let's see. And this is like the tiniest gas station ever. Check my mirror over there. Oh yeah, we're good. This is like ridiculous to fit a heavy haul truck into. Alright. Let's get fueled here. Yeah, it kind of sounds like the Great Plains. Alright. We're going to fill her up. I don't know. I feel like these tanks aren't that big either. Because, yeah, it looks like we only have one fuel tank. Yeah, a little similar. I'm not familiar with France, to be honest, but I will be going there in a couple of years. What am I hitting? I'm just hitting the curb. I'll be going there in a couple of years, actually, for my and my fiance's honeymoon, so I'm excited for that. So I get to see some of this. I want to see the Malau Viaduct. That's actually like the one thing that I picked out that I really want to see when we're out there. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I'm on the road right now that will take me there in the game, but it is in the DLC, which is cool. Yeah, I think France is definitely more green. I actually grew up on the East Coast where everything was green. We just moved out here recently, and I've never been this far west, and I was not shocked. I mean, I was expecting it, but I was like, oh, huh. This is all kind of brownish and a little bit of green here and there. But it's all plains. Oh yeah. Well, you know the weirdest thing is, apparently this was an unseasonably wet summer for the region of Colorado I'm in. And we got rain like in June, July. So we moved it out here in June, and starting in July, like every day, every single afternoon, we had downpours of rain that wasn't enough to soak the ground, but the ground, again, yeah, it was so dry that the ground just sopped it right up. Like it was nothing. There's like no such thing. It's really rare for it, I guess, to flood around here because it's so dry. I forgot to put my beacons back on. Let's do that. But typically, I guess it's supposed to be pretty dry. Haven't experienced that yet, really. It's been actually kind of... This weather reminds me of the East Coast, what we're having out here right now. It's like drizzling. It's almost like London weather. It's been drizzling all day long. But it's been an unseasonably wet summer from what I heard from the locals here. Yeah, it's not something that you'd expect out here. But I mean, whenever we were doing our road trip to Nebraska from Colorado, it looked pretty darn dry. Like I think what happens is the storms kind of pop up over the mountains, over the Front Range of the Rockies. They dump on parts of Colorado in the cities, and then as you head east, they dissipate pretty quickly and they just turn into nothing. So it's like they just pop up in the middle of Colorado and then disappear. But then again, then you have the systems that stick around and then intensify, and then by the time they're out east even further, they turn into supercells and tornado-bearing storms, so... But it does seem like it's pretty dry, like Nebraska, Kansas, and eastern Colorado, where it's still plains. Yeah, well, luckily, I mean, there have been like some small ones, but like the same as like where I used to live on the East Coast. So there have been small-ish tornadoes here in this state, but like, luckily we're further west than pretty much Tornado Alley in the U.S., so we don't really see them. We shouldn't see them here, hopefully. Probably won't. Which I'm totally fine with. Yeah, exactly. Nah, it's fine. I do that all the time. I hit another toll road already. Slow down a little bit more, If I go too fast, I think I'm just going to smack right into the bar gate as it's opening. An ad? How often does that play? We're actually pretty new to being affiliates, so I'm not sure how exactly that works. I know it plays at the beginning. Speed regulator. Oh, yeah, cruise control. It holds your speed, right? Oh, so does it do it every time you unpause? Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. Wait, is this the Malau Viaduct? Oh yeah, this is the Malau Viaduct. This is the one we're totally driving over when we visit France, and I'm super excited about it. It's super high up. I think it's the highest bridge Is it in the world? I'm not sure. The tallest bridge in Europe is what Chloe just said. In the other room. Yep. We're going to be driving over it, so I'm super stoked. And I get to practice in the game, so... So it's getting kind of late. I don't think I'm going to be able to meet for a trip tonight. But I'm planning on... I usually solo stream now. We started a newish kind of schedule, and I tend to solo stream stuff like this every Thursday evening. So like today, so like a week from now. But I might do stuff on the weekend. Every once in a while I'll do something on the weekend, on Saturday or Sunday, and I'll do like Euro Truck or Bus Simulator. But maybe on the weekend I can meet up for a drive or next Thursday evening. Yeah. Yeah, sure. My yeah, you can find my Steam ID is Super Toast, so you can find me easily. My avatar is a picture of toast, so yeah, that's fine. Cool. Glad to hear. Yeah, I will totally meet up with you. I like having a convoy for sure. I hope that you don't mind going 90 kilometers when I do contract loads, but I usually tend to drive at this speed anyway. But I can bend the rules. I know in Europe trucks are they're limited to 90, but I know for heavy haul you're supposed to go even slower. Like I think this trailer was rated for 80. Sometimes it's like 70 you have to go down to. Yeah, so especially with the heavy stuff, I tend to go slow. I am sitting still. I'm usually pretty serious about my simulations. I play other games too. I mean, our group does other games as well. So on Fridays, so tomorrow we've been playing Warframe and Killing Floor. And of course, as time goes on, we'll change that once we get far enough in certain games. But usually Fridays are the ones where we try to get as many together as we can on Friday evenings. And we do longer streams then. During the week, of course, everyone's super busy, so we'll do Where Do You Need It? I love doing that. I like putting it wherever they need it. Yeah, slower is fine too. I can totally go 70. I like being realistic, you know. And thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. So so the Welp squad is 5 people. There's me. My name is Josh, and then we have Ben. So me and Ben usually are the ones that do simulators and building games, so like Scrap Mechanic. And then there's Greg and Steve and Christian, and those guys like doing like Entropia, Warframe, RPG games like that. And I join them once in a while with that stuff too, like on Friday nights, so we do a little bit of everything, you know? Yeah, I went back too far. But we're a pretty mixed bag of people. I don't like how this is. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. I'm not going to worry about, well, you know what? Let's correct this a little bit. Let's go up a little bit. I have the Logitech G25, so it's like super loud when I turn it. I know that the 27's a lot quieter, but I'm just waiting for the day this thing just breaks, and then I'll go get a 27. And the way the trailer steers is throwing me off with backing up. There we go. That's straight enough. Alright. Not bad, not bad. So we got another contract under our belts. Okay, so the achievement, I don't know if you guys can see the achievements that pop up on the bottom. Apparently I'm getting a lot. I didn't realize I didn't get these before. But the heavy haul one that I'm building up on is XP. I wasn't sure. Oh yeah, I usually I've played these a ridiculously long time, so this is like a hobby to me. Like at times I kind of wish I were an actual trucker, but I'm glad that I have a software development job, so so I'm used to like backing up inside all the time. It's just second nature to me. 'Cause I can't do doubles though. Oh, you didn't see the achievement, so you don't see the Steam overlay. That makes sense. I don't have it. I have it set up so that OBS is just pulling the game. But yeah, I got like 4 achievements. I haven't done too much heavy haul yet, but I do like it. It's a challenge. I like the extra weight. I think I might go grab this garage up here. Just so I have more points to pop into when I need to in multiplayer. Alright. Oh yeah. Here, we'll buy the garage here. Yeah, so actually, I'm working my way south right now on the Alaskan Dalton Highway map mod. I drove all the way up, like over a period of a couple months because I just didn't want to drive that long for a long period of time. So I do. I'm pulling a bulldozer now on that map, and that is super challenging driving on ice. But yeah, that's true too. And actually it's funny because I spend more time in an American truck usually lately compared to Euro trucks. When I come to Euro truck and I back up a trailer, I'm not used to how it steers compared to an American trailer, because the American trailers are a lot longer in some cases, and they have a different wheelbase. They don't have the tri-axle in the back. But the thing is too that the roads well, at least in the American truck, they're super wide. There's some really tight roads in Europe in comparison too, so it makes sense for the trucks to be smaller. I just think our road system and our trucks are too big. But they're fun to drive. Absolutely love both of these games, so. That's very true, yes. America is a lot newer, so. Yeah. Big and underpowered. I remember that being one complaint. I don't know who said it before, but I heard it at least a few times that our trucks are just heavy, made of steel, and they're just underpowered mostly. Most engines are only like at the 400 horsepower range, and they can barely pull. Some of them look nice though. I like the newer ones that are coming out. I've actually personally been a fan of the Freightliner Cascadia, but it's not in game yet. There are mods, but they're nice to have. But I usually go for the vanilla, because SCS knows how to make a nice truck. But I'm looking forward to when they get a Cascadia, and I know they were working on it, but it seems like they're having licensing issues. Well, all right, son. I'll have to meet up with you next time I'm on here. So either so next Thursday, I think I'll go ahead and try to do another series like this, and we could try and convoy and do some heavy hauling. But I'm going to go ahead and sign out for now. I got to get going. And, I hope you have a good evening. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And everyone else, I hope you have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll catch you next time.